Welcome. If you're new here, welcome back. If you've been here before, my name is Dion. We're going to start with chapstick, cotton candy, scented and flavor. Y'all see my face, right? So you already know that I am excited. And so we're going to jump into look number 7 with Notoriously Morbid Mothman palette. And I love this freaking palette. Oh, I got to do the thing. I had took the lid off. I got to do the thing. Beans and booty. I just have to. It's so freaking cute. This is what the inside looks like. 1 matte, 2 matte. Everything else is dual chrome or multi-chrome or shimmer. And I kept saying before that I need to put this on the lid and this on the lid and top it. I do not like how this looks on my lid. I don't like how this one looks. And so I kept saying every time I use it before, I need to just put those two down and layer it with something just to see what'll happen. And y'all know I like to experiment and just see what's going to happen. So we're going to do stuff today and just see what's going to happen. And I'm hella excited about it. I have brushes out. I'm going to do the usual thing. I'm going to skip what's on my face, except to say I do have one, the Sigma blush and the Sigma highlighter. No, Sigma blush, girl. Sigma bronzer, Sigma blush, both gifted to me by Grace, and MAC highlighter, very lightly because that stuff is pigmented. I do not have on Radiant Light today, and you know what? I just realized I forgot to spray my face with the Scandinavia Bridal Formula spray. So lower lash line and inner rims, I picked it at random, and it was Color Excess Gel Pencil Eyeliner and Pool Shark. Picked it at random. So because this is green, I also pulled out a green liner from Inglot, which is number 70. It is not, number 86. I don't know why I be trying to remember stuff. I really don't. So we're going to prime the lid, and then we're going to jump into this look. I'm going to be using Fenty brushes, Hourglass number 3, and Makeup Forever brushes, and one of these little Le Rouge brushes, and MAC 210 for my upper lash line. If something changes, you'll know it when you see it, because if you've been here, you see the brushes that I got and what I use. So regular primer that I am scraping. Hello again, my name is Dion. As I mentioned, I call this the crazy troll nation of YouTube. The crazy, just knowing it's okay to be your authentic self. However your personality is, just rock it. Just be who you are, and don't be ashamed or embarrassed or whatever. Just be yourself, because don't we want people to appreciate and like us for who we are? So that means we need to see and learn who you are. The troll part of the crazy troll nation is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. Try not to feel like you need to use a certain tool, a certain technique, or a certain brand. Use whatever you want to, however you want to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it. The bottom line here at the Crazy Troll Nation is self-acceptance and self-love. Embrace your natural features. Enhance them if you want to, when you want to, but never feel like you have to. Because you know what, y'all? Self-acceptance and self-love. Embracing your natural features. I said that part. I'm so excited. Where am I at? Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even without face paint on. Y'all, I be so excited, and I love that some of you love hearing just love yourself for who you are and how you look, even without face paint on. Just rocking who you are. And so I get so excited when I get to that part of the intro that I sometimes, like today, I say it twice. And so you heard it twice, probably 4 times now, because I'm going to say it again. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even when you're not wearing face paint. I do curse sometimes in videos, because I curse sometimes, period. What else? There's an organism, excuse me for that clank, that lives in my throat that randomly hiccups, gurgles, and belches. I do always say, excuse me. Okay, so I am a little apprehensive about putting down the mattes first, because for me, it's best to put shimmers, metallics, excuse me for that. I'll just say the apple with peanut butter. Extra crunchy peanut butter. It was so good. It's best for me to put shimmers, metallics, those type of shades directly on top of the primer, because for me, the Fenty primer is a tacky primer. And so putting the mattes down first, I'm thinking I might have a lot of fallout or something. I don't know. But we're just going to go for it. So we're taking Mason Monster, this shade here. And we're going to, let me move the mirror from the palette since I'm not using that. And yep, it's about to fall somewhere. Sorry for getting loud. So we're just going to put this on the first half of the lid. And even though this is not really a shade on me, I don't, it's just something about it that I don't like. And I think maybe, I don't remember where I put it before. Maybe I tried to put it like under my brow bone or something, but this is like a nice grungy color. Like you see how it looks on me, like that puke, that light puke mustardy green. And y'all know I love me some grunge, but this shade just doesn't do it for me. But now seeing it on my lid though, this would be an easy look. Like put it here, put it all over the lid, which I'm not doing today, and blend it up here, and then just put a shimmer on the lid and a little bit into the crease. That could be the entire look, and I do think it would be nice because this one does kind of blend in. So I don't know why I didn't like it before. I don't know. Maybe something's changing in me, except I'm starting to sweat. Now we're gonna go into Booty Boy. This is stained, y'all, and I really love this brush. I'm trying to find a replacement for it, but it seems like brands aren't really doing shader brushes, and this does say a blending brush. And when I'm looking at brush sets, it seems like it's mostly blending brushes. Like, where's the flat shader brushes? Because even though this is a blending brush, it's not that fluffy. You know what I'm saying? It's not completely flat as a shader, but it's not completely fluffed out like a regular blender either. And that's why I really like it, because I can pack like I'm doing now and then go back and blend, but I'm not able to find this shape of brush. And I'm not buying any more Luvs brushes. I can tell y'all that right now, because some of them do look good, but it was hit or miss the ones that I purchased, and I am thankful that I got them 50% off. But I don't want to take a chance again. And now they're just 20% off. So I'm like, And I got an email from Ipsy that I have access to, you know, their store. And so I'm looking at brushes and stuff, and I'm just like, no, I didn't get anything. Because I want to get something that I'm fairly confident is going to work for me. You know what I'm saying? And excuse me, if I get something from Ipsy, like I'm stuck with it because I can't return it. And so I just, you know, closed out that web page because I really love this brush. I just don't like that it's stained and I can't get it out. But I have had them for years. And so like they had a good life. And I'm the only one that uses them. So it's not like I'm a professional makeup artist and they're like, oh, your brushes are dirty, when I know that they're clean, but they're just stained. So it's not an issue. I just look at them. I'm just like, ugh. But they work so well. So you see, I continue to use them. So, well, that part is not a problem. We're taking the Hourglass brush because it's more dense. And I was wondering if I should take the Esom, which is smaller than this. It's less wide and it's shorter. But we're just going to see what happens. And hopefully I don't get a lot of fallout. Jeepers. What are we going to do? We don't know. We're going to take... I'm looking at this one. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to take, damn it, I hate this. And this is why I like to have a plan. We're going to take Give Me Them Beans, this shade. So it's orange and then it's kind of like a greenish whatever. And we're going to put this on the first half of the lid and hope that it sticks. I am tapping off, not a lot tapped off. So I'm going to press and swipe. Okay. So if you have this palette, let me know what you think of it. I love it that it's so different than anything else in my collection. And one of my Trollkin did have issues with hers. That's making it look muddy. Oh, I like this. They do hand press their shadows. And so they do say on the website there may be differences or so-called imperfections. They don't say so-called, but they do say it may be imperfections. I like that. And you see that shift because like right here, this looks pink right here. And then you have that grunge kind of whatever there. I like this, y'all. I am glad I'm finally doing this. But we'll see what the finished look is going to be. I don't see any fallout yet. Hopefully I won't. And I am like really pressing it in to the matte shade on my lid. And it is sticking. I wonder if I use a sponge tip applicator, would it be more amplified? I like this dusty, dirty color that is turning into. Do we want to try a sponge tip just to see or do, yeah. Yeah, so we're going to, yeah. I have a link for these sponge tips below. So we're just going to see if it, oh, it did just a little bit. Not, it enhances a little bit. Not too much. Like the first swipe is like, ooh, but then as I blend out, it's like, So this is amplified with the sponge tip. This is not. So it does do a little something. For those of you who use your fingers, this is where you would use your finger. I do not like using my fingers for makeup. For me, the sponge tips do mimic finger application. And so that's why I do what I do. Oh, this is murky. I'm glad we pulled out that green eyeliner for upper lash line because that's going to go really well with this. What shade? Checking for fallout. Don't have any. What shade are we going to put on the second half of the lid? I'm thinking Phenomenon Nom. This shade. That's what I'm thinking. But then, like, is it going to be too bright? So I'm kind of thinking, we're just going to use this one. Let me just do it. Let me just do it and not be really indecisive. This palette excites me because it is very unique for me. And I never know what a look is going to look like because of the shifts and because I don't swatch the colors first before I use them. You know what I mean? So it's like, however it turns out. Oh, that's murky, muddy. Ooh, I like it. And so that's what excites me as well, is that I don't know what it's going to look like. And so if you want to just use this palette on its own, I think it would benefit you to have the mindset of, I'm going to just play makeup and we'll see what happens. And not have like a concrete plan, like, okay, I want this to do this and I want this to look like this, or, you know, I'm trying to match this shade that's in my shirt, or, you know what I mean? Because if you do that, you might be disappointed. You might not like the look. But if you just go into it with, I'm going to just do it. Period. And we'll see what happens. And you may like it or you may not. And I will say too, if you do swatch your colors before you put them on, then you'll know what it's going to look like. But I don't do that because I kind of like the surprise. It's just like, let's just see. And to me, that's exciting. Like, let's just see. And I do like this. We're going to do some more blending in here. Between these two, this side looked like it was well blended, but this side didn't. Oh, I like this. This is Merc City. Oh my goodness. We're going to take this brush with no shadow on it, and we're just going to go in small circular motions on the top edge of those shades. I am excited that I do have some fallout. I'm not excited about that. Excuse me. I am excited that for the most part, these the shimmers did lay down nice on top of those mattes. I don't see fallout over here, but I see some over here. So that's kind of interesting. I don't know what I did different. And I don't want to swipe it because lately when I've been swiping it, it just smears. And so maybe I'll take Radiant Light, which I didn't put on yet. And I didn't plan to. This side, I don't see fallout, but this side I see like actually right here and here. On the side, like smeared it there. And I do see some right here, like on the inside of my nose. Yeah. But you know what? It's really not that big of a deal to me. So we're going to take 1966. And I remember this being a flaky shade. And so I'm just trying to get some on the brush. We're going to put this on the inner portion of our lower lash line. And when you saw I tapped it first, and now I'm just kind of going back and forth gently because it might flick up into my eye. Oh, that's pretty. And we don't want that to happen. This is a flaky shade. If you look at it, you can see the texture in it. And so I am being careful with it. And it's soft in the sense that, like the little ridges that you saw when I'm patting it with the brush, like they are going down. And so it's soft in that sense, and it's a little bit flaky at the same time. But not so much so that it's messy. You know what I'm saying? Like some shadows, they just flake every single where. Thank you for being here with me. If you're enjoying this video, go ahead and click the thumbs up button. If you've been here before and you're not subscribed, go ahead and do that. If you want to know when I upload videos, community tab posts, go ahead and click the notification bell to put that to all. because I do post community tab at least once a week, I think. If you're interested in joining, you are going to want to put on your, now what are we taking? We're going to take Goth Moth, this shade. If you are interested in joining and you do join, you are going to want to put on your notifications to all, because I do also post members only posts on my community tab. And usually it's a question, because my official Trollkin does help guide my content. They do have a say in what happens here. And so if you are a member or interested in joining, you will not want to miss when I'm asking questions if you want to have input into what's going on behind the scenes and what's guiding some of the decisions I make as far as looks or palettes or live stream content, that type of thing. And as always, there's a lot of information down below, a lot of links. The majority are affiliated. There's a few that are not. And I do thank you for those of you who do use my codes and my links. And so, y'all, this is Merc City. We're going to take this brush. And the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to just swipe in case there's any loose particles. And then we're going to wipe that off. And we're going to go into Mason Monster, this shade, the one I didn't like. But now today, like I am. So we're just going to put this on top. Just to, feels wet under here. Just to buff it out, blend it out a little bit. And it doesn't really make that much of a difference, which is cool with me. So we're just going to put this here. Yeah, so I really did just need to layer something on top of it. And being apprehensive that the shimmers wasn't going to lay over it was unfounded, because they laid over it fine. And that Hourglass brush is a dense brush, so that might be why too. So that is it for this palette, y'all. So we use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shades from this palette, and we've only used this palette. So I hope you like as much as I do. So now we're going to, where am I going to put this at? Find it, running out of space here. And I'm careful where to put stuff, because when I tapped off the mats, there is significant fallout on my station. And so I don't want to put anything on top of that, because that's messy. You're going to hear a clank, because I'm putting away brushes. This is where my brushes go in, and then I take them to the kitchen and wash them. I do wash brushes after every use. And so we're going to take this green from Inglot, which is number 86. We're going to swirl. This feels like it's trying to be dried out already. Y'all, these Inglot ones. And I do close the cap tight, but they do dry out. When did I open this? I opened this. Actually, the PAO is October 29th this year. And the PAO is 9 months. But they do dry out. This line came out thicker than I wanted. Such is the story of my life. You know what? Because I had a lot on the brush. That's why. That is a thick line. Sometimes if it's too thick, it'll transfer up here, because my hood covers my mobile lid. And what's always weird is that this part is always thick, and then it thins out down here. Like over where my eyeball part is. Well, the center of my eyeball is where it's usually the thickest. So I'm trying to make it thicker over here, but now this got thicker up here. I'm gonna just leave it. And what I could do is just take, this is a brush that had that first shade on there. We're gonna swipe that up here, because that might make it look like we toned that line down. I don't know if it worked. And then we're gonna move on over to the other side. Moving on over to the other side. I know, y'all, I just be singing randomly, and I don't even have a good singing voice, and now I sound like a frog. We're going to go back to the inner corner with this liner. I put too much on this brush, and this is like really jagged right here. I'm excited. Fabulous 50osity did visit me yesterday, the 11th of May. We scheduled for her to come back because we're going to do a video. We're going to eat really quick, and she's going to do my makeup. We have very, very, very different makeup aesthetics. And so I'm just kind of like, is she going to do my makeup the way I would do it? Or is she going to do it the way she thinks, well, not to say the way she thinks it should be done, but the way that she prefers. And so I'm excited about that, just to see what she does. And we do have heated discussions about makeup and what we prefer to do, or what we quote unquote think it should do. And I'm just like, do what you want. And she says makeup is her passion. And she has done makeup professionally on other people. And so there are concepts, you know what I mean? And we talked about the differences between like Hen Dash, Paint by Spencer, Hung Van Gogh. And I had said what I like about Hung Van Gogh is, this side has a swoosh, is he does what the model likes. If he, because he'll say, you know, she likes, you know, smoky eyes, so we're going to do smoky, or, you know, the model today doesn't wear a lot of makeup, so we're going to go natural. You know what I mean? So he does what their preference is, whereas some other makeup artists, they do what they think it should be done. And she was saying how people go to makeup artists that they're known to do a certain look. So she was like, if you want to look like the Kardashians, you know, to go to so-and-so, because that's their thing. You know what I mean? But so even though I say it was a heated discussion, it wasn't like an argument. Like, we're both really passionate about our stances. And I like that we can have those conversations and not be like, girl. But it's always interesting when her and I do talk about makeup, because y'all know me. Just put it on your face and just love it. Rock it. You know what I mean? Excuse, ooh, that gurgled. I think it looks a little too much green. From this angle, it doesn't, but from here, it does. And I love it, though. I really enjoy this palette. So I'm excited. Yeah, we went out to eat, and we came back. We're going to put on Queen Luzia. Am I going to cover up this fallout? I'm going to just leave it, because you know what? Excuse me, we fine. Excuse me, we went out to eat. Well, we picked up food because I used those Bertucci coupons I told you about before. So I gave one to her, and she ordered food to take home, and I ordered with mine food for her and I to eat here. And then we started talking about makeup, and well, we talked about other stuff first, and then we started talking about makeup, and before we knew it, it was like 5 o'clock, and it's like an hour and a half, hour 45 minute, 2-hour drive for her to get home. So I said, well, do you still want to do a makeup look today? And she was like, yeah. And then she looked at the time. She was like, oh, okay, wait a minute. And I said, yeah, that's why I'm asking. So we scheduled specifically for her to come back. So we're going to eat quick and do a video. And she's going to do my makeup. And I am hella excited. And she did bring me a gift, some makeup items. And so I'm going to just do a quick haul video, maybe after this video, just to show you what she purchased for me. Oh, shoot. And there's like 2 lip products. Excuse me if you heard that gurgle in my throat. And it's a dark red lip. I don't know if that'll go with this, but since when do I really care if it goes? But it's a liquid lipstick, and it's like a gloss or something. So I do. They look like they would go together. So I'll do that in another look. And what else did she get? A lotion and something else. A face oil. And I don't use face oils, and so I'm thinking to try it like on my feet. Instead of like how I put the Coty lotion on and then I put on aloe socks and go to bed, I'm thinking I'll try that with the body oil, because I don't use body oils. But I at least want to try it. And it's supposed to give a glow. So I'm like, okay, my feet going to be shining. So that's going to be interesting. I tell her sometimes, like, if you insist on purchasing me makeup, like a gift card to Ulta or Sephora is best, because my sensitivities, and I do know what I like, and I continue to repurchase what I like. But she thinks gift cards are impersonal. And I'm like, so even though I'm telling you I prefer that, you still think it's impersonal? She was like, well, yeah. And I'm like, okay. So, and I get it. You want to get something and somebody open it and they're like, oh my gosh, wow. But for me, even with a gift card, I'll be like, wow. And then when I do use it, I'll be like, look at what you got me. So it's sort of like 2 gifts. But people see things different. Let me know, do you think gift cards are impersonal or not? I love them, because then the person can get exactly what they want to get. And if it's a brand they like or a place they shop, I know that they're going to use it. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to... My throat is steadily gurgling. Excuse me if you heard that. I'm trying to think of what lip I want to do. I'm going to put on Eleanor. And then I'm going to put on Maleficent from MAC on top of it. We're going to see. We're just going to see what's going to happen since we got the grunt. I do like the eye look. It is monochromatic in the sense that you just see a little bit of the orange here And then the rest is green, and then the green eyeliner. Now we're doing a green lip. This is like a lot of green. And y'all know I don't prefer monochromatic looks, but sometimes it just happens that way. And just experimenting with that palette just to see. And I do like the look, like for real. I like every look I've done with this palette. This is look number 7. I like this liquid lipstick. I like the formula. And this one, like the MAC one, I don't have to double dip. The Sephora ones, I do have to double dip. And I would get more colors, I think, if it didn't come so far, because Martine Cosmetics is overseas and shipping is expensive. And they do have darker colors, but I already have the Sephora ones. And on sale, they're very inexpensive. I never do a RIN. And I see people do that, and I'm like, it just never works out that way for me. But then you can't tell, though, either. We're going to give this a moment. We're going to put on my Maleficent. I just want to see what it's going to do. And that's the story of my life today. See what it's going to do. Oh. I like this. Y'all, I'm telling you, just clean your makeup. Try not to overthink it. Just be like, I'm going to just put it on just to see. I'm realizing I like lip gloss over liquid lipstick. Ooh, that's nice. Better than some of the lip glosses I have, depending on the formula. Because some of the lip glosses, it just breaks down the liquid lipstick, and then it starts to bleed under here. With the lip gloss, because the consistency is a little bit more sticky than just a regular gloss, and so it doesn't tend to bleed, and it does like really just stick. I'm gonna do this again with this lip, y'all. I am digging it. So this is our final look. We're gonna do our pictures. We're gonna hold up beans and booty. I just have to say that like that. And this is gonna be our thumbnail. Thank you for bearing with me through that. Let me know what you think of this look. And when I raise my brows, it does look like it's just one multi-chrome across my lid. I like this look. We're gonna go. Thank you for being here. Wow, we're only at like 28 minutes. What? You know why? Because I skipped saying what was on my face. So anyway, well, I think so. I'm not sure. But I am digging this. I'm looking at what else I could do, but we're not going to do any more. I'm excited. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have anything from Notoriously Morbid. And if you do, what palettes do you have? Do you like them? Do you not like them? I know that shipping can be a deterrent because it takes, for me, a solid 3 weeks when I place an order from Notoriously Morbid. Sometimes a little bit longer. So we're going to go. Thank you for being here. As always, self-acceptance, self-love. That is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, and you will see me soon.